Australia is known for its snakes, astounding variety of lizards, and man-eating saltwater crocodiles. But it's also a land of birds. There are over 800 species here, and I'll be showing you my favourites. Welcome to Australia, Land of Birds, Part 4. A powerful owl roosts high in the canopy of a forest in southeastern mainland Australia. At up to 65 centimetres in length, this is Australia's largest owl species and is equipped with powerful talons. At night, it hunts prey including possums, rabbits and roosting birds. Scattered on the forest floor are balls of indigestible fur and bones, known as owl pellets. These are regurgitated after each meal. And this bird is not alone. A juvenile, still sporting fluffy white down, is roosting nearby and will stay with its parents for several months. The Pallid Cuckoo is found across the entirety of mainland Australia and Tasmania. It parasitises the open cup nests of other birds such as honeyeaters, robins and whistlers. Pallid cuckoos feed on large insects, including hairy caterpillars, which are not eaten by most birds. A chestnut-quilled rock pigeon surveys the land from a rocky vantage point. These delicately plumaged birds are restricted to a tiny area of rugged escarpment country in the top-end region of the Northern Territory. They forage on the ground, clambering through the sandstone cliffs like avian mountain goats. Further west in the Kimberley region, the closely related white-quilled rock pigeon, shown here, is also confined to a small area of sandstone escarpment. Both species are named after the distinctive white or chestnut wing panels that are most evident during flight. Another escarpment specialist is the Sandstone Shrike-Thrush. Its plumage matches the beige tones of the rugged country it inhabits. Confined to the top end in the Kimberley regions in far northern Australia, sandstone shrike-thrushes probe the surrounding rocky crevices for insects and small lizards. The rainforests of eastern Australia are home to the white-headed pigeon. These elegant birds reside high in the forest canopy where they feed on fruit and seeds and are often hard to observe. Due to clearing of rainforest habitat and hunting, their numbers declined significantly. Thankfully, however, protection from hunting has led to a recovery in their population. Among the vibrant green leaves of a eucalypt, a company of aptly named little lorikeets is hard to see as they frenetically clamour through the foliage in search of nectar-laden blossom. Little lorikeets are one of 6 lorikeet species found in Australia. They are distributed across the woodlands in the eastern mainland. A chestnut-breasted cuckoo sits motionless in the dense understory of tropical rainforest on Cape York Peninsula. These secretive birds are hard to find, often perching motionless and silent as they wait for prey to appear. This species is confined within Australia to the far northeast of Queensland, but it is also found in Papua New Guinea. Another spectacular pigeon species found in the rainforests of eastern Australia is the Topknot Pigeon. What it lacks in bright colours, it makes up for with a distinctive cap of feathers on its head, which gives this species a characteristic silhouette. Topknot pigeons are large at up to 45 centimetres in length. They feed in the rainforest canopy on fruit and seeds. The Gibber Plains of the Birdsville Track in remote northeastern South Australia. It is summer and the daytime temperatures approach 50 degrees. Recent rain has furnished the otherwise barren expanse in a veil of fresh grass and an accompanying burst of insect life. The bounty has attracted flocks of Australian pratincoles, which pursue insects on the ground and in flight. These graceful birds are widespread on the Australian mainland, usually found in open country in the vicinity of water. Covered in mottled green plumage, the green catbird is beautifully camouflaged among the tangled rainforest understory that it calls home. This is the southernmost distributed of two catbird species found in Australia, both of which are known for their cat-like meowing calls. A large and elegantly plumaged bird, the Wampu fruit dove is another rainforest-dwelling pigeon species from eastern Australia. Feeding high in the canopy, they are more often heard than seen. It is this distinctive Wampu call that gives the Wampu fruit dove its name. The mangroves and coastal woodlands of far northeast Queensland are home to the varied honeyeater, which closely resembles the familiar and widely distributed singing honeyeater. Varied honeyeaters forage for nectar and insects in the forest canopy, as well as taking small crustaceans from the mangrove mud. A chestnut-rumped thornbill arrives at its nest in a small tree hollow. Like the other Australian thornbill species, these are tiny insectivorous birds with relatively nondescript plumage. They are often encountered in small flocks, which move energetically through foliage and across the ground, never seeming to sit still. The nest has a new visitor. A small skink clambers up the tree trunk and stops to investigate the nest. Luckily for its inhabitants, the skink decides to carry on climbing. The open plains of mainland Australia are home to one of Australia's largest birds, the Australian bustard, which stands up to 1.3 metres in height with a wingspan of 2 metres. Bustards are nomadic, travelling long distances to locations made more plentiful by recent rain. They feed on almost anything that is available, including seed, fruit, insects and small reptiles, all of which are usually taken from the ground. The laughing kookaburra is one of the most iconic birds in Australia. They are distributed across eastern and southwestern mainland Australia, as well as Tasmania. Kookaburras hunt from low perches, waiting patiently for prey such as snakes, lizards and mice, before diving to the ground to retrieve it. So that's all, folks. I hope you enjoyed the video. Please keep up to date with the Epic Birds content by subscribing to the channel and turning your notifications on. There's plenty more content on the way. See you next time.